The absolute beauty of having a drone is that you get a unique perspective over everything that's happening. Here's a drone shot over Firefly's barbecue in Marlborough, where they did First Responder Day and gave away free food to all our heroes. National BBQ Day might be a manufactured event, but the ease with which Firefly's Barbecue and Chef Steve Uliss put on a great show. We were invited to be part of a tour and tasting at Firefly's in Marlborough. The ease with which they create great food and great atmosphere is astonishing. I had a fantastic time, and I got to sit down with the chef and talk barbecue. This is Jeff Cutler from With Jeff. I'm here with Steve Uliss at Firefly's Barbecue, and I'm actually learning everything there is to know about barbecue here in Massachusetts and around the world. Steve, how'd you get into this? How long have you been doing it? And I'll ask you some secrets in a minute, not including your recipe for cornbread.
No problem. You got it, Jeff. Well, thanks for having me on your show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So how did I start in barbecue? Well, I was based with a company out of Memphis, Tennessee, and I was invited to a massive barbecue competition, Memphis in May, and I met through from friends, the king of barbecue, John Willingham, God rest his soul.
Okay.
And I was a chef, and I was so intrigued by being at this type of an event where, born and bred in New England my whole life, you go to a barbecue, a competition in Massachusetts, let's say Chowder, and everyone's giving you a 2-ounce black souffle cup and said, here you go. But in Memphis, or in the South, they've got 18-wheelers with whole hogs and pits the size of, 18-wheelers, and I was blown away.
So it's a true eating event.
It's a true...
As opposed to
a tasting event. Right. Well, it's not just the tasting, it's the smells, it's the personalities, it's the cachet, it's the sex appeal. That's what intrigued me to barbecue, that it was just so unique. And I said, one of these days, I'm going to bring it back to Boston. And that's what I did. And I've been doing it for the last 25 years.
Wow.
Barbecue, honing our craft. And, as you can see, it's done really well for me, my family, and my staff, which is my family. And we've made a name for ourselves. 18 years going strong.
Talk about the location here at Firefly's.
Yeah. We're in Marlborough, right on Route 20, 350 East Main Street. FirefliesBBQ.com if you want to check it all out.
Sure.
Right on Route 20, 9,000 square feet, outdoor patio, seat over 300 people, live entertainment.
Okay.
You name it, we do it.
But it doesn't work if you don't have the food. So let's talk about the food. What makes barbecue true barbecue? Is it the meat? Is it the prep? Is it you? Is it the personality? Or is it a sauce?
And that's a great question. And I would say the sauce would be the latter part. I always look at sauce as a condiment, as ketchup is to a hamburger, right? And we have the best sauces on the planet by far, I'll say that. But our meat, our preparation, our procedure is key. The key to great barbecue is cooking it low and slow and really paying attention to the meat and making sure that you serve fresh barbecue. We do the volume, so we're cooking around the clock 24 hours a day, and everything that comes out is served fresh. When barbecue tends to be held or sit around, it tends to get dry and the fall off the bone, dropping off the bone. That's not what you're looking for. You're really looking for the rib to be a pull away from the bone. You're really looking for the meat to have moisture and bark and flavor, and then of course it's us. It's me, my crew. But that's what barbecue is all about. It's a passion.
How do you educate your crew about what's good and what's bad? Say they're grabbing a plate from the kitchen, and maybe it's a subpar rib that they see on the plate.
Yep.
Are they empowered to turn around and say, hey, Steve, let's fix this?
We say no barbecue before it's time, and that's the key. Our motto is that we make sure that everything that is sent out, there is a person on the line that is checking every single plate, and we make sure that, hey, I'm not going to say we're perfect. No restaurant is perfect. And if a mistake is made, all my managers asked to follow up on every table, and our motto is no one leaves this restaurant unhappy, and we do whatever we can to over deliver to all of our guests.
We saw a few happy faces today because today's National BBQ Day. May, what's today's
16th.
date? Yeah, okay.
16th,
So it's
yeah.
National BBQ Day, but you did something this couldn't have been planned better. There's a siren in the background. You did a thing with first responders today where you fed them for free.
We did.
Through the whole lunch hour. You
Yeah.
had ambulances, fire trucks. You even had the canine crew of police officers from surrounding towns come in here.
You know, we see how these men and women, they put their lives on the line every single day. And, you know, I've been in Marlborough for 18 years, and the support that we've received from all of the first responders, no matter what we need. We felt that, you know, May is National Barbecue Month. May 16th is Barbecue Day. And I said, you know, let's give it back. So we set up our food truck in the parking lot, and we set up to give out 1,000 sandwiches to anyone around, all surrounding towns that, you know, abutted Marlborough. And that's what we did. We gave away lunch for free. And we're going to continue this, you know, tradition year in and year out.
Nice. What one tip or two tips can you give to the person who's going to go out there to the grill in May, June, July, this summer? They're going to be out there and they're going to want to create good barbecue. How do they do it?
Yeah, I'd say start off with the easier cuts of meat first, you know, meaning that, you know, and you can buy an inexpensive smoker. The Weber Smoky Mountain is a great beginner smoker, and it's a kettle-style smoker. And I would start off with chicken and ribs and then progress on to pork and brisket, because those larger cuts of meat take a long period of time to maintain temperature for a long period of time. Start off with the chicken, the ribs, master that craft, and then, you know, boom, send me an email. Come by, pick up some of our dry rub. You can send me an email at steve@firefliesbbq.com. I'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions, or come down to the restaurant. I'm always around. Ask for me. I will be more than happy to share tips with you of what to do and how to make great barbecue at home. But if you don't want to go through the labor, come on down to Fireflies and we'll give you whatever you need. Last
Question. What's your favorite type of barbecue? Are you a pulled pork guy? Are you a cornbread guy? Are you dessert? What do you if you were on the desert island and that's all you could have, what would it be?
It would definitely be ribs. You know, my you know, spare ribs, my St. Louis style cut ribs would be my go-to item. I just love ribs. I always have. Although I will tell you this. Last year, or 2 years ago, I was in Texas for the second time. But I hit 11 barbecue restaurants in Texas with my wife, and I was with a bunch of barbecue buddies. We were at the National BBQ Convention. And I got a new love for brisket. And when we went there and we saw, you know, what the brisket was there compared to anywhere else in the country, we upped our game. And our brisket by far is unsurpassed by anyone right now. We are just, you know, prime brisket. So I would say ribs, but, you know, brisket, I would take that as a close second.
Perfect. Thanks very much for your time.
I can't thank you enough, Jeff. I appreciate you for coming by.
What a truly phenomenal time we had at Fireflies today out in Marlborough. Steve Uliss was fantastic as an interviewee. The food was off the hook. Just so tasty, so great. My memories go right to the cornbread, right to the candy lacquered bacon, to the the taste that will last forever. Because this is with Jeff, and I am Jeff, I want to urge you to subscribe to the show, to leave a thumbs up if you like this episode, and click the bell icon to be reminded when I put new episodes up. And leave a comment down below if you want me to go cover something else. Thanks again for watching.